This is going to be one of those lessons that you like because it is very easy. There is very little that's new in this lesson of solving inequalities using addition or subtraction. So our target, our learning target, is that we can use addition or subtraction to solve those inequalities. So right here, very important. Inequalities are solved almost exactly like equations. There is one exception, and it will come later in the next lesson. So our ultimate goal for any inequality is still to isolate the variable, meaning that you're going to get it on one side of the inequality symbol by itself. So the differences between equation is instead of saying any equation, it says inequality, and instead of one side of the equal sign, it's saying inequality symbol, because that's the difference between an equation and an inequality. The how for this, the how is still undo what's happening to the variable using inverse operations. Start with addition and subtraction, then undo multiplication and division. Any powers or roots, and that will come later, and then parentheses, you're going to undo those. You will still be graphing these like you did in the last lesson, and this is a recap here. You don't have to redraw this if you don't want to. There is the less than symbol, which has an open circle, as does the greater than, because that means that that point is not included. The closed circle is going to come when you have the or equal to. So this open circle here, what it means is that the solution is less than 4. It does not include 4. 4 is not part of the solution set. It's shaded to the left because it's dealing with numbers that are less than 4. So solutions for this could be 3, 1, -3. If I put the number -1 in that. -1 is less than 4. That's a true statement. I could put 3.5 into that. 3.5 is less than 4. So those are all included in the solution. Okay, so let's solve these. Our goal is to isolate the variable, so we're going to undo what's happening to the variable. This variable is having 0.9 subtracted from it, so I'm going to add 0.9 to both sides. Okay, that says 0.9 there. My tablet's not cooperating very well. So on the left side, -2.5 plus 0.9. They have different signs, so what's actually happening is you're subtracting these, and the difference between 2.5 and 0.9 is 1.6. There are more negatives, so it is -1.6, greater than. This cancels, and there's n. I like to have the variable on the left side of the symbol. So I'm going to rewrite that as n is less than -1.6. So I'm going to have to graph this, put this on the number line. I'm going to choose to put 0 here, and I'm going to go with each dash is a half, just so it's spaced out more. -1, -2, -3, -4. There's +1, +2. Okay, it is going to be an open circle because the solution -1.6 is not included. So that's -1. -1.5 will be right here, so 1.6 would be just a little bit to the left of that. I'm going to put an open circle there, and it's talking about numbers less than that. So I'm going to shade to the right and shade my arrow, meaning that it goes beyond that. Okay, now for the next one. I have 5y plus 5 minus 4y is less than 8. So like what you saw in solving equations, I'm going to have to combine some like terms. 5y and -4y combine to be positive y. Y plus 5 is less than 8. I'm going to undo adding 5 by subtracting 5 on both sides. Scroll this down, give us some room. So that cancels. Y is less than 8 minus 5 is 3. Again, I'm going to have an open circle. Let's put 0 here. I'm going every other line so that I'm not cramped up making my number line, but since you're drawing a number line from scratch, you wouldn't have to do that. I'll have an open circle on +3, and it's numbers that are less than that. So I am shading to the left. So as you can see, nothing too crazy with this lesson. This one is pretty easy, and I feel pretty confident that you will do great at it.